All right, let's talk about planning the perfect trip. I mean, what if I told you there's a place that has just everything? We're talking mind-blowing food, history that's literally everywhere you look, and landscapes that will just stop you in your tracks. Well, that place is Taiwan, and today we're going to figure out exactly what your perfect adventure there looks like. Okay, so let's play a little game. Imagine this. You can hear the sizzle of oyster omelets on the griddle, you can smell that amazing tempura, and you're just about to dive into a huge pile of shaved snow ice. Oh, and right next to you, a beautiful historic temple is just glowing in the night. Where are you? Yep, you're smack in the middle of the famous Keelung Miaokon night market. And trust me, this is just a little taste of what Taiwan has in store. So here's how we're going to break it down. We're looking at 4 different ways to experience Taiwan, kind of like 4 different travel personalities. We've got a taste of Taiwan, a journey through time, getting into the wild, and finding some truly unforgettable experiences. Let's figure out which one is calling your name.
All right, first up, a taste of Taiwan. And let me tell you, for all the foodies out there, this is your section. Because in Taiwan, food isn't just, well, food. It's so much more. It's pretty much the heart and soul of the entire culture.
And you absolutely have to start with the night markets. It's non-negotiable. These are the classics, right? The must-try staples you'll find at iconic spots like Keelung. We're talking about those savory, gooey oyster omelets, crispy tempura, these incredible little one-bite sausages. And then you've got to finish it all off with a giant bowl of that fluffy shaved snow ice. It's the perfect night out.
But here's the cool part. The food adventure goes way beyond just the big night markets. See, different towns are famous for their own specific things. Like if you want the best iron eggs, which are amazing by the way, you go to Tamsui. Craving those chewy, sweet taro balls? Jufan is the place to be. It's like every single town has its own signature dish you just have to try. And sometimes the food tells a story. It's not just about flavor. When you grab one of those classic railroad meal boxes in Alishan, you're literally tasting a piece of the old Forest Railway's history. Or when you try a bowl of Hakka Lecha in Baipu, that's a traditional ground tea. You're getting a direct connection to Hakka culture. It's food that has a real sense of place.
All right, moving on from what you can eat to what you can see. If you're a history buff, oh man, you're in for a treat. This island is basically a living museum, with a past that's incredibly rich and layered. And I mean living museum, literally. History here isn't something that's just stuck behind glass cases. It's alive. You feel it when you're walking down the lantern-lit streets of Jufen or exploring those old forts in Tamsui. It's right there in the ancient temples of Lukhang. The past is just part of the present. It's everywhere.
And the diversity of that history is just incredible. You can go from experiencing ancient indigenous culture on Lanyu Island to seeing the colonial era Dutch and Spanish influence at Fort San Domingo. Then you can go marvel at treasures from Imperial China at the National Palace Museum and even explore 20th century battle sites on Kinmen. Seriously, every single era has left its mark here. Okay, so maybe you're someone who just needs to get out into nature, breathe some fresh air. Well, let's talk about getting into the wild, because Taiwan's natural beauty is, wow, just breathtaking. We're talking everything from huge mountains to calm, quiet lakes. It's an outdoor lover's dream. So the question is, what's your vibe? Are you looking for that epic mountain majesty, like hiking through the incredible marble gorges of Taroko National Park or seeing that famous sea of clouds in Alishan? Or are you more about that lakeside serenity, a gentle cruise on Sun Moon Lake, maybe riding a fishing raft through Taijiang National Park? You really get to choose your own adventure here. And what's cool is you start to see these themes pop up across the island. Like cherry blossoms, there are at least 9 major spots to see them. And sunrises, whether you're at Sun Moon Lake or way out on Lanyu Island, you'll find these epic viewpoints. It just shows you how packed with natural wonders this place is. Okay, our last section. This one is for anyone who isn't content to just look. This is for the adventurers, the creators, the people who want to roll up their sleeves, get their hands dirty, and really do something. We're talking about making those unforgettable experiences. This is where you get to go beyond just observing and actually participate. So remember that Hakale cha we talked about? Well, instead of just ordering it, you can go to a town like Baipu or Meinong and learn to make it yourself. You get to grind the tea, the nuts, the grains, and make this thing that's been a part of their culture for ages. How cool is that? And that's just one example. The possibilities are all over the place. You could learn to craft one of those beautiful oil paper umbrellas in Mainang. You could ride that historic forest train through the clouds in Alishan. Pick your own calla lilies on Yangmingshan or paddle a traditional canoe on Lanyu Island. Heck, you can even go rafting in Taroko Gorge. These are the kinds of stories you'll be telling forever. And this is what's really amazing about Taiwan. We've been talking about these 4 separate styles, but the truth is, they're not separate at all. They all overlap. So the foodie grabbing that railroad meal box, they're also getting a taste of history. The nature lover at Sun Moon Lake, they'll stumble upon a gorgeous temple and connect with the local culture. It's like every path you take leads to some new, unexpected discovery.
So, in the end, a trip here isn't just about taking boxes on a list of places to see. It's about understanding how all these things, the food, the history, the nature, the people, are all connected. And when you see that, it really does change how you see things. So as we wrap this up, there's really only one question left. What's your Taiwan story going to be? Are you going to be the foodie, eating your way from one end of the island to the other? The history buff, walking in the footsteps of emperors? The nature lover, getting lost in those misty mountains? Or the creator, making something beautiful with your own hands? Your adventure is out there, just waiting for you to write it.